It is a bad thing to goad the obstinate. Wisdom from Grettir Saga. I may regret this, but today we're going to talk about goading insults. Insults playing a central role in Norse society, and skalds. The role of skalds weren't just oral historians. They were highly sought after by kings and jarls. Their wisdom was prized, yes, but their ability to insult was even more prized. Let me lay some groundwork. And would you believe that the central column was based on honor? Insults played a central role in defending or challenging one's honor. Side note, I think my friends in Iceland's sense of irony and humor are from this. In Norse society, honor and reputation were held high above all else. Throwing insult hands or defending oneself with insults could alter your standing within the community. Insults weren't just limited to personal attacks. Some were a form of political discourse. Rival chieftains, jarls, or kings would often exchange insults to assert dominance, quite literally challenging their opponent's legitimacy in front of everyone. Insults could also be used to test your opponent's mettle, to goad them, provoke them, see how obstinate they are. Insults weren't crafted just to show disdain. It was prized the more poetic they were. Sometimes clever use of language. The more clever and biting, the better. Were you aware that there were laws against insults in the old ways? Depending on the severity and how many people we're talking about. If even in passing, they had varying degrees of legality, up to and including banishment or unaliving by duel. By using poetry or clever use of language, one could sidestep the law. Think of it like talking around the algorithm or moderation on this app and getting away with it. Let's not forget that wit was a highly praised trait as well. The more alluring the metaphor, the better. Gaining honor and reputation wasn't always done just through combat. Flighting played a big role as well. Think of it like insult jousting. Whoever has the best wins. Not always done to music or poetic. Because the reason that kings wanted skalds out in front of their forces was to build morale with their own troops by goading or insulting their opponent. This wasn't sung. This was just yelled. This was loud enough for the troops to overhear and raise their morale. So if you see me in a comment section, or I make a video, and you see me dancing around the algorithm, now you know what I'm up to. Flighting might seem like bullying and harassment, but it was a central part of Norse culture. Those that participated were highly respected for their sharp tongue and quick wit. Now then, these insults were crafted with careful consideration. They were metaphors, alliterations, and colorful imagery. When in society and not on the battlefield, this was often delivered by what's called a kenning. Literacy devices used to describe things in indirect ways, like talking around moderation. The alliteration version is where we get the concept of a rap battle, using the same sound within the words every few words to give that pneumatic device. The more memorable and biting, the better. In the approximately 150 saga, just littered with insults. One of my favorites has to be this. It is quite easy to see that you are a man who looks like he has the face trodden by a horse. Njal Saga. You have a face that could curdle milk. Grettir Saga. You are only acting with half your wit. The Saga of the Jomsvikings. And now you know defending your honor isn't just done in a physical means. Sometimes you have to use your words or you lose more face. In closing, practice, practice, practice. And until next time, neighbors.